Hi everybody, today we're going to see how I draw the Ice King. Okay, so I'm going to make myself a quick sketch to make sure I get everything where I want it to be and to make sure I don't forget anything, because sometimes I draw and it falls off the page. So I just want to make sure I got everything right for you, because it's the Ice King, right? And it's pretty cool. So gotta make sure I got all the detail. And let's see, let's give him a... I wonder if I can do the fingers. I wonder if they'll be too confusing for you. Let's try it. Okay, I think I've blocked off a good shape of what I want to do. And I just got to make sure I add enough detail, or remember enough things so I can add the detail. So just bear with me for a second while I add in a few things so I don't forget while I'm drawing. Let's see, the hood, let's see, eyes, and plus I'm trying to determine how much I'm going to draw here, because color plays a large part of it, and I don't want to do something that I come back and think, you know what I should have done? I should have just done that in color. So like the eyes, for example, they kind of hang down. They drip with color, and it doesn't look as good on my Sharpie edition as it does with color. So I'm trying to think of what to do for you guys so we can do it and still give you enough detail that you're going to want to do it yourself, you know. Okay, let's see. And the other problem is this guy's got a lot of detail, and these videos tend to go really long with the ones with a lot of detail, so I'm trying to save you too much of trying to draw too much detail by cutting some of it down. So we'll see. I just got to make some decisions, right? Okay, let's see. Draw this leg like this. Draw the bottom of it. Okay, I think that ought to work. I think I can get started with the Sharpie now. And we'll cross our fingers this goes right. So I'm going to switch over to Sharpie, which is a Sharpie pen, and then I'll move over to a Sharpie Fine Point, which is fatter. But I want to do some detail. And actually, I don't need to. I just do the eyes, right? If I just do the eyes, a couple little diamonds like that, and then I can do the Sharpie Fat Point for all the bigger detail. So let's just do that, okay? So the hood comes right above the eyes like that. Then it kind of goes down into the middle like this, and we're going to stop there because he's got his chest piece kind of goes into the hood like that, right? So I'm going to stop there and then draw this one out, and that'll give me the edge of where that's going to be. So let's go ahead and draw the top of it. The point's going to be right there, so I'm going to come over and down and like this, same thing like that, and let's draw those horns, right? So they're going to kind of come out one more time, then up like this. Kind of the same thing there, but not as drastic because it's at a different angle. And then the same thing with that. So let's go ahead and I'm going to color this in and then add just a couple little things like that for the detail in the eye, and then I will take care of that with color. And I'm going to stop right there because that's where the chest piece is going to be. Okay, so that'll be good for the top of the head. So let's draw the chest piece. piece. Pieced. So the first thing in front is going to be like this little circle with a diamond in it. And then I can define the rest of it. So then it's going to kind of come up like I did there and into the mask, and then come back down on the other side. Okay, and it goes back, and you can't really see this one, but at least that'll give us the edges of the material there. So that's going to kind of do that kind of thing. There are details in this I'm going to take care of with color. So for right now, I just need to finish this up. Okay, and this one you can't quite see straight on like that, so I kind of just did the same thing over on this side. So we're going to come down and connect it like that, and there's another little piece. Oh, there's one more, and then these small pieces. Okay, that'll take care of the chest piece, and then the color I'll add later, and that'll make more sense. So let's do his arms, since they're now defined, or we can define them. And this piece is kind of weird. I always say weird, it's not. This piece is unique, so it's just kind of a different thing to draw. And it's just like that. It's kind of like this diamond point thing that's going across. So we're almost like drawing the same thing, but at a different angle. And so this is going to come up, and this piece goes up like that, kind of down in the back, but you can't really see. And that'll give us the room for the arm. So the arm is going to be coming at you like this. So all you got to do is kind of do something like that, and that'll define his bicep. And his hand, I'm going to imply a lot of things, and so since I've already drawn it, I know where it's going to be. So let's just go in with the fingers, and the fingers like that. Okay, and that's where his knuckles going to be. So let's just do the other ones, and like that. Okay, and that's where the knuckles going to be. So now we're going to draw the back of the hand. Those are the fingers. Now I'm going to draw a thumb in here like this. You can't quite see it because of where his hand is. So the top of the hand is right there. So let's draw the bottom of the hand like that. And that'll kind of define where his fingers are. Okay? So the rest is all implied back behind there. So let's just connect it all and do like that. And that'll define that his hand is up. Okay? So let's do the other one. The other one's going to be down, and we're going to draw this piece over here, which is out like that, up and down. That's the circle, and then a point like that, and that'll take care of the shoulder piece. So his arm's going to come down. Okay, and so now we're going to draw his arm pieces here. Okay, so it's going to kind of do something like this. Then we're going to define the edge of it here, and we're just going to do like that. Okay, and that'll pretty much take care of the arm pieces. That's got a lot of detail, but we're not going to worry about it. Okay, and let's just make a simple fist over here, and we're going to come out for the thumb, in for the finger, little T, come across, knuckle up, and define it like that. Okay, and since he's got so much detail on that, we're just going to kind of do something like this, and that'll take care of everything else that we're doing there. So let's draw the rest of his body piece, and he's got a couple of dots holding in his skirt piece right here, which is going to come down like that, and we're going to just go whoop, real super down. Okay, so, and then I'm going to connect it or extend it and then follow it back up, and that's his front. It's not really a skirt, so I don't really know what to call it, but his front piece. We'll just say that, the front piece. And so the side pieces are connected by a circle like that, and straps that connected to this. And those are in the front, so that's why I'm drawing them first. Okay, and the rest of his suit is kind of this weird, or I always say weird, this very highly detailed wraparound stuff that we don't have to draw all of it, so we're just going to kind of imply a bunch of detail. So see, just a few lines like that, and it's already all taken care of. So now we're going to draw his legs. like this. And the other one is covered by part of this thing right here. So we're just going to do like that. Come in here and now take care of that leg. And define it and go up this way. And his knee pads are kind of very defined and big. So we're just going to kind of draw some stuff like that. Okay. And this one goes out, but it's covered up. So we're going to do the same thing. Going to kind of go out and take care of that detail. So see, with just a few lines, we kind of done some of the crazy detail that's in there without actually having to draw it all. Okay, so let's make sure everything's closed. Perfect. And let's draw his legs. So there are pieces that cut off halfway through like that, and we'll say like that. So that way I'll know exactly where to come down to. So I'm going to come down like this. Same thing here. I'm going to come down like this. Go back and up. And that'll take care of that leg piece. And we're going to draw another piece like that. And that's what this one's going to be. That little blocky piece. That's like that. And so I can draw the rest of the legs now. So I'm going to draw his lace protectors, which everybody seems to have. But again, it's that old design, you know. And I'll just draw his heel, because I know where that's going to be. And that's going to help me define where I could draw the rest of these lines, right? So he's got those hoof toes. That makes me think of like a horse's hoof. And so I can now define the rest of it. Okay, and so we're going to do the same thing over here. Since we're drawing those hooves, we're just going to kind of draw like that, and that'll define that part. So now we just got to finish up the back ends of some of these things, and we're almost done. So we're going to follow this curve around a little bit like that, and you know what, let's extend it out just a little bit, just to give it some dramatic flair. And there's a piece in the back that's hanging down like that, and so same thing, we're going to bring that over and extend it in. Okay, and that is the Ice King. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.